student, myself Vinod Panara, and today we discuss some topic of chapter pump of BME, that is Basic Mechanical Engineering. So pump, that is a device which transfer liquid from one place to another place, and also it convert mechanical energy into hydraulic energy. So this is about pump. Now we have to start with terminology which is used in this chapter pump. So first one, head. In the pump, different form of energy are expressed in terms of height, which is called head. Then first one, suction head. It is the vertical distance of the center line of pump shaft above the surface of liquid. So it is the vertical distance from surface of liquid to the central line of pump, and it is the energy required to lift liquid from sump to the pump. Then next one, delivery head. It is the vertical height of the central line of pump shaft to where the liquid is delivered, or it is energy required to lift liquid from pump to the end of delivery pipe. It is the vertical distance from the center line of pump to the discharge pipe, or where the liquid is discharged. So it is about suction head. We have to discuss in terms of height or in terms of energy. Delivery head, we have to discuss in terms of height and in terms of energy. It is the energy required to transfer liquid from pump to the delivery point. So this is delivery head. Then next one, velocity head. So it is the kinetic energy carried away by the liquid at the end of delivery pipe. Then that is static head. It is the sum of suction head and delivery head. Then manometric head. So it is the total head required to be developed by the pump. Then water power. It is the power required by the pump to handle the liquid to develop manometric head. Then shaft power. It is the power input to the shaft of the pump by motor. And last, efficiency of pump. It is the ratio of water power to the shaft power. So this is about some terminology for pump. Head, suction head, delivery head, velocity head, static head, manometric head, water power, shaft power, and efficiency of pump. Now we discuss single acting reciprocating pump. So this is diagram of single acting reciprocating pump. This is one type of reciprocating pump. What do you mean by reciprocating pump? In this pump, piston move in reciprocating motion. Piston. So that is reciprocating pump. So the main component of this pump is piston, cylinder, suction valve, suction pipe, discharge valve, connecting rod, piston rod, crank, etc. And also in this diagram, position of crank, that is denoted by 0, 90, 180, 270. So crank rotate in clockwise direction. And crank rotate from 0 to 90, 180, 270, 0, 90, etc. And one cycle of this pump that is completed in 2 strokes. First, suction stroke, and second, discharge stroke. Okay. Now, in suction stroke, crank rotate from 0 to 180 degree, piston rotate in right side in the cylinder. Due to piston movement, suction valve open, because when piston move in right side, at the left side of piston there is a vacuum created, pressure difference, and due to this pressure difference suction valve open and water enter into cylinder by suction pipe. So during forward stroke, piston move in right side in the cylinder, and due to movement of piston there is a pressure difference created at the left side of piston in the cylinder. So suction valve open and water enter into cylinder by suction pipe, and at the end of forward stroke and at the end of first stroke, cylinder is completely filled by water and suction valve closed. So this is about forward or suction stroke. Now second one, that is delivery stroke or discharge stroke. So during second stroke, crank rotate from 180 to 360 or 0 degree. Piston move in left side in the cylinder. So water which is present in the cylinder that produce force to the delivery valve. So delivery valve open and water which is present in the cylinder that is discharged to the discharge tank by delivery pipe. So in second stroke, crank rotate from 180 to 360 degree or 0 degree. Piston move in left side in the cylinder. So water which is present in the cylinder produce force to the delivery valve. So delivery valve open and water which is present in the cylinder that is delivered to the delivery tank by delivery pipe. So during first stroke, water enter into cylinder. During second stroke, water exit from the cylinder. During first stroke, crank rotate from 0 to 180, and in second stroke 180 to 0. In first stroke, suction valve open. In second stroke, delivery valve open. So this is about single acting reciprocating pump. Now one cycle completed in two stroke. First one, that is forward stroke. So crank rotate from 0 to 180 and piston move toward right side in the cylinder. Then this create vacuum in the cylinder on the left side of piston, and due to this suction valve open and water enter into cylinder by suction pipe and cylinder is completely filled with water. Then in reverse stroke, crank rotate from 180 to 360 degree or 0 degree and piston move toward the left side in the cylinder. This cause increase of pressure in the left side of cylinder and delivery valve open and liquid which is present in the cylinder that is forced to the delivery pipe, and this liquid is transferred to the delivery tank by delivery pipe. So this is about single acting reciprocating pump. One cycle is completed in two stroke. Forward stroke, that is also called suction stroke, and reverse stroke, that is also called discharge stroke. Okay. And the suction and delivery valve are non-return valve, and this two valve is operated only due to pressure difference. Okay. Now we discuss single acting reciprocating pump with air vessel. So this is diagram of single acting reciprocating pump with air vessel. There are two air vessel in this diagram. One air vessel that is attached with suction pipe and second air vessel that is attached with discharge pipe. Then remaining element that is same: piston, cylinder, connecting rod, crank, piston rod, suction pipe, delivery pipe, suction valve, delivery valve, etc. 0, 90, 180, 270. That is rotation of crank position. Now, in this diagram, air vessel that is used which act as a reservoir of water. It means it temporarily store water and supply whenever required. Just like during delivery stroke, it means second stroke, suction valve close and piston move in left side in the cylinder. So water which is present in the cylinder, that is delivered by the delivery pipe, that we have to know. But during second stroke, suction valve is closed, so water which is enter in the suction pipe is temporarily stored in the air vessel which is present at the suction pipeline. Now, during first stroke, that is suction stroke, delivery valve is closed, so piston move in right side in the cylinder and water enter in the cylinder, that we have to know. But water which is present in the air vessel at the discharge pipe is transferred to the particular application from delivery pipe. So we have to get continuous water supply. During first stroke, water supply from air vessel which is attached at the delivery pipe, and during second stroke, water which is present in the cylinder is discharged to the particular application. So we have to get continuous supply of water in first stroke and in second stroke. So air vessel that is used as a temporary storage, as a temporary reservoir of water which store water for a very short duration of time. Now the main objective of air chamber in the single acting reciprocating pump are: first, to obtain a continuous supply of liquid at a uniform rate. Second, to run the pump at a high speed without any problem. And third, to save a considerable amount of work in overcoming the frictional resistance in the suction and delivery pipe. So these are the main three functions of air vessel in the single acting reciprocating pump. Now, the top of air vessel contain compressed air which can contract or expand. So in the air vessel, at the top side, there is a compressed air which is contract or expand. Then during delivery stroke, it means second stroke. So during delivery stroke, suction valve is closed and flow from the suction pipe is taken into air chamber which is fitted at the suction pipe where it is temporarily stored. Similarly, during suction stroke, it means first stroke, delivery valve is closed, but the delivery of liquid to the discharge tank is continuous by liquid discharge from the air chamber fitted to the discharge pipe. Thus, the air vessel works as an intermediate reservoir, maintaining constant discharge by maintaining constant velocity of flow in suction and delivery pipe. So, discharge of water during first stroke is from air vessel which is present at the discharge pipeline, and discharge of water in second stroke is the water which is discharged from cylinder. So during first stroke and second stroke, continuous discharge of water we have to obtain. So this is function of air vessel in single acting reciprocating pump. We obtain continuous supply of water from the pump to particular application. So this is about our first lecture of pump chapter. In this lecture, we discuss various nomenclature, various terminology of pump, and also we discuss single acting reciprocating pump and single acting reciprocating pump with air vessel. So this is about our first lecture of pump. Okay, thank you.